Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my wonderful people, depending on your location. Please note that Victory Express is your own channel where you get the authentic and confirmed information. Please expand our horizon by pressing the like and share button so that we can reach the unreached. It's also very important that you turn on your notification bell so that you will be getting our updates. And more importantly, always go to the comment section and drop your comment. We accept your criticism and will appreciate when you comment us. Now the news of the day. US Vice President Kamala Harris shuns Nigeria, leaves Ghana, Tanzania, Zambia for African tour. Yes, amid the presidential election controversies in Nigeria, yes, which many believes was rigged in favor of the ruling party, the All Progressive Congress, the APC, by the umpire, that's the Independent National Electoral Commission. United States Vice President Kamala Harris scheduled a visit to Africa at the end of March, to deepen his U.S. outreach to the continent amid global competition, notably with China, has shown that the Vice President Kamala Harris will not be visiting Nigeria. Yes, Harris' trip comes as the administration seeks to bolster its relationship with African countries, as competitors like Russia and China have made inroads. The statement was contained in a statement by Press Secretary Kirsten Allen, noting that Harris is scheduled to visit Ghana, Tanzania, and Zambia in a historic trip, her first visit to the continent since becoming vice president. All right. Now the statement reads, I quote, Vice President Kamala Harris and Second Gentleman Douglas Emhoff will travel to Accra, Ghana, Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, and Lusaka, Zambia from March 25th to April 2nd. The Vice President's visit will build on the recent U.S.-Africa Leaders Summit that President Biden hosted in Washington in December 2022. The trip will strengthen the United States partnerships throughout Africa and advance our shared efforts on security and economic prosperity. Throughout the trip, in partnership with African governments and the private sector, the Vice President will advance efforts to expand access to the digital economy, support climate adaptation and resilience, and strengthen business ties and investment, including through innovation, entrepreneurship, and the economic empowerment of women. The Vice President will meet with President Nana Akufo-Addo of Ghana, President Samia Hassan of Tanzania, and President Hakainde Hichilema of Zambia to discuss regional and global priorities, including a shared commitment to democracy, inclusive and sustainable economic growth, food security, and the effects of Russia's unprovoked war in Ukraine, among other issues. The Vice President will strengthen people-to-people ties and engage with civil society, including young leaders, business representatives, entrepreneurs, and members of the African diaspora. Yes, end of quote. So that is the statement of the U.S. concerning the visit of Kamala Harris to Africa. And we have said it. He is not coming to Nigeria. Yes, they boycotted the Nigeria. Look at Ghana. Very close. So it's very easy for them to stop to Nigeria and interface with the government of Nigeria. But you have seen that they have shown Nigeria. They are not coming. Yes, we have said it. You have seen the situation in the country as it stands now. Nigeria is not willing to practice democracy. They are not ready for that. They are not ready. They are paying lip service to it. That's what they are doing. They are paying lip service. What we are seeing is cosmetic governance. You have come here, you will see people who have been subjugated, people who have been annihilated, people who have been excluded, people who have been intimidated and oppressed on a daily basis by government and government officials because of their ethnicity or their religion or their political affiliation. That is what we are seeing here. Okay? And so it's not democracy they are practicing here. It's not democracy. Look at the election they conducted recently. It's a charade, a sham. No improvement. They are going from bad to worse. And that is what you want the U.S. to come and say. But the U.S. will have said they are not helping matters. Of course, they are not helping matters in this regard. Having seen that this country is in abyss, having seen that this country there's no way you can amend it, having seen that all efforts to educate Nigerian leaders on the best way to govern in terms of democracy and civil rule have failed on deaf ears, and they're not willing to learn or to cooperate. Rather, they are hell-bent on doing and behaving like in those medieval era. Okay? Like the emperors, dictators, tyrants. And they have destroyed the country completely. The country cannot come together again. This unity and polarization is so open and so momentous. Yes, it's quite noticeable that you will understand that this country cannot come together. And so what is the better thing? The best thing as Nigerians has been clamoring is to come and conduct a referendum. That's the best election you can conduct in Nigeria, and all Nigerians will come out. Look at their party, the voter party. 93 million persons registered. About 80-something million collected the PVC, permanent voters cards. Then 23 million voted. 23 million voted out of 80-something million that collected the PVCs. You have seen their party. People are no longer interested in Nigeria. US even said it, that look at their party. They have not seen this kind of thing before in Nigeria. Only 26% of those eligible voters voted in Nigeria election that they just concluded. Presidential election. Only 26% of eligible voters cast their ballots. So it goes a long way to show that people are not interested in the contraption any longer. They want their separate states. And the best thing to do is to do that. Yes, the United States of America, the Great Britain, all right, and other European countries should join hands with the United Nations and come to Nigeria and do the needful. That's the only way. It's not an issue of shunning Nigeria, not coming, because you have seen what they're doing. It's not in tandem with the modern way of behavior. It's not in tandem with democracy. It doesn't align with the tenets of modern society. So you shun them. It doesn't stop there. It doesn't give them any sign that look, they have to change their garb. It only makes Nigerians to feel so much excluded or isolated, if you like, from the community of nations. Nigerians will suffer it. If they are pariah states, it is the people who are in Nigeria that will suffer it, not leaders. Leaders will not suffer if Nigeria is a pariah state today. But it's almost like a pariah state. So that's what we are saying today. US is not only shunning Nigeria, do the needful if you are interested in